showdown with both teams hoping to start their season off on a high note. It's the Clemson Tigers and the LSU Tigers. Reese Davis, Dave Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Guys, Clemson's head coach told me before the game, bringing his team in on the road against a very good team, ranked in the top 25. They have everything it takes to compete. This is a big matchup that fans are excited to see, but he said we have to execute early and eliminate mistakes at the line of scrimmage. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. So Clemson's kicker approaches the football, and the 2026 season is underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Got enough for the first. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
And the Tigers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. On the run, it's Berry. Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, you start the season top 25. Clearly, expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davidson. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Denson. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long. Containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires complete on the crosser. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now, listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Levin. Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
The Tigers have this offense rolling. The run inside. It's Durham. Got enough for the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physical. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
They'll run it. It's Durham. Beck's going for the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more. Breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. This Tiger running game starting to show some juice, sort of a C.J. Spiller type of feel.
Yeah, and it doesn't always hit you early. It doesn't always hit you on the first possession, but I do think they've done a good job over the years, Clemson, with sticking with the run game, creating that balance, trying to get those first downs, and trying to create some tempo against your defense.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The screen, and watch out. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
Back to throw, it's Denson. Unloads to the wideout. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Harris. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He might want another play. Looking for a man. It's Levitt. Here's a heat. Takes a hit as he fires. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Running inside. It's Durham. There's a little room there. He's got 50 yards on the ground, and they wanted to have an identity as a running team, and he's giving them that in the season opener.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
On 1st down, it's Durham again. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Complete out left to Wilson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Guys, LSU has the lead here as we get a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Quarterback may change this route. Looking for a man. It's Levitt. Throws to the tight end. Complete downfield. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a 1st down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door 1st and goal.
Running the red zone. It's Barry. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
They'll run it with Caden Durham. And he's in! Touchdown, Tigers!
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Johnson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Looking to throw, it's Denson. Shoots it to the left. Intercepted, the defense has set him up. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Handoff, Caden Durham. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. They get him down with this offensive setup. 1st and goal from the 9.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple of yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, 1st and goal.
Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more. That trip to the house. His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Firing to the right, complete. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Guys, let's chat a little bit about Clemson. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back. And
and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And when you run the option, you run the risk of putting the ball on the deck, and especially once that thing starts to string out, the defense does a really good job playing assignment football. Man on a man, I got the quarterback taken care of, and you could tell. Had the running back taken care of, too. Nowhere to go with that pitch, and they forced the turnover.
So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And I like what the offense did right there. A lot of times on first down, you're thinking run, right? Like be aggressive, come downhill, try to take advantage of the defense. It wasn't a big play, but that will slow this defense down a little bit and just remind them they have to play those screens.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to throw, it's Levin. Finds his tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Berry. Picks up the first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
First down, you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. This time he wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The give, it's Berry. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Oh, what a great play call. Sneaking the draw. The defense clearly thinking pass, flying up the field. No, sir. Little handoff, little sneak attack. Great play call.
And the Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Lets it fly. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the second quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hookup there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfection. They're looking to add already to their blowout lead.
With the run on first and goal. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Durham. Hit as he throws. It's incomplete, and they've been waiting to run that one and couldn't quite pull it off. It's third down.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Fourth down here. It's still early in the game. I'm not chasing points. Take the field goal, pay this drive off.
And they have analytical cards nowadays that says the exact situation, what the score is, do you go for it or not? Look at the card, make the decision.
And here comes the field goal unit. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. To the air, it's Denson. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Single back formation, and they give it to him. They make the play, force a fourth down, but they're out of timeouts, can't stop the clock. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. He gets a block. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. No tricks here. Looks as if they'll just run it out and take that lead into halftime. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's get right to it with Liberty taking on the James Madison Dukes. And it's the Flames, able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins. This will push them to 2-0 on the season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Headed outside, it's Johnson. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're fine.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking to throw, it's Denson. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Snagged out of the air. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make it.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense has it. They're on the move. He managed to few. On that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the...
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There has been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
So now on comes the field goal unit. It is true as he puts 3 on the board.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. They'll start on the ground with Durham. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Caden Durham again. Tackled there by the defense.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that 1st down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
He stepped out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quick release by the QB. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
How about the hit on the tight end there? They knew they had to bring the lumber on the big fella to bring him down, and they just blew him up.
Off play action on 1st down. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Tigers! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
The #1 job in defending a quarterback is making him feel uncomfortable, physically hitting him. Nice job by the defense with the pressure, the hit on the quarterback. Forces the INT, and then Oski, as soon as you catch that thing, everybody start blocking, get to the near sideline, take that thing back to the house.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Dropping back, it's Denson. Right on the money. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try to capitalize on this field position.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They go right back to him. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. There is a player still down on the field, and it is an LSU Tiger. There's never a good time for it, but man, do you hate to see it in the first game of the season. So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Looking to throw. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. Slams it ahead. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. The run inside. It's Johnson. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, it's Denson. Unloads it left. It's caught downfield. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Looking for the edge, it's Johnson. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. On the run, nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football, trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. It's hard enough to stop these guys, let alone when they get field position like this. They scored last time, and this time they'll crank it up from inside the red zone. He is run out of bounds right at the 10-yard line.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, you run it back. He gets out there faster. Got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left, too.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Guys, LSU has the lead here. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Keeps it on the draw. Finding some room. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Game 1, you want to come out, put drives like that together, score a bunch of points, and especially at home. Give your home crowd something to get excited about. They have today. They've been jacked up, and they're going to go 1-0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on in.
We're talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight. They thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. To the air. It's Denson. Looking to the big tight end. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one.
That's a great job downing the football, setting your defense up, great field position. A lot of times you let that thing bounce one too many times and it climbs in the end zone, but that was a good job of making sure you downed it and set your D up.
The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They give it to him first time this season for the transfer. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with a W.
The Tigers just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play.
Here we go. Ready. Black 14. Shift.
They didn't quite get organized in time. They'll call a timeout with just 3 seconds remaining on the play clock. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. To the ground, he's got it again. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Running inside. It's Durham. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The accuracy is perfect. The loft, the aim, like the perfect golf shot. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave him no opportunity for a return. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. On the option. He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far.
And it's another tackle for loss for this defense. I'll tell you, they came into this game knowing they had to shut this guy down. He's one of the best in the nation, and they've given him the ball a bunch. He's just had nowhere to run, and I don't think anybody expected him to struggle as much as he had so far in this game.
And, man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Looking for space. It's Davidson. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. Clemson will send the punt team out. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Had to hurry the punt a bit, but gets great distance. That's where they'll mark it down, and the next snap will come from just inside the 30-yard line. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, go!
He'll try it again. Makes it past the marker. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook, the old kneel down from victory formation. Now facing a 3rd and long. Clemson calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Nice directional kick there, like a solid iron shot. And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the official spot it. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. And the quarterback takes a knee. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.